Sometimes in life, we find ourselves in the precarious situation of fighting evil with evil. My name's Slickbee, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, this is the ADATS, my most hated vehicle in War Thunder. Many of you might not know that, but since the ADATS has been released, I have only made maybe 3 videos on the vehicle. As opposed to other tanks that were released with the ADATS, I've made 5 to 10. And there's a reason for that. Every time I take out the ADATS, I feel absolutely disgusting. Like revolting. Like I need to go shower. Because not only is it an AA gun, but it's a tank destroyer. And it's meshed together in this package of invisible void fuckery we call the ADATS. It's a Bradley chassis with this monstrosity of a turret. Now, if you don't know what the ADATS is, you probably live under a rock, and that's cool, Patrick, because good for you. You don't want to know this thing. It's either the thing that's killing you, or it's the thing on your team that's killing things that you want to kill. So, that being said, I'm not just going to rant about the ADATS all game. In the background, you're going to be watching a stream highlight from right after patch day or patch day maybe, where all the KA-50s were out, everybody was playing helicopters, and you could get games like this. Now it's slowed down quite a bit since, so I don't want to dwell on the fact of overpowered helicopters. You could go do this right now. I don't know. And I don't recommend playing the ADATS because you're just a terrible person. You're terrible. I despise you. But that being said, I thought it was a good gameplay nonetheless, and I wanted to share it from the stream. So as I've been getting back into War Thunder, you guys know I had a little bit of a hiatus. This is something that we have to talk about is Modern Warfare. Not the game, Modern Warfare, that just came out that I've been sinking way too many hours into. Modern Warfare as in modern vehicles in War Thunder that are being added. And as the timeline stretches and as we get closer and closer to present day with these vehicles, the less balanced the game will inevitably become. Modern vehicles don't operate the same way as tanks in World War II did because of World War II, if that makes any sense. We've learned, technology has developed, and with that comes the ability to shoot your enemies or hit your enemies and disable vehicles without even having them in your line of sight, which is really nice when you're talking about, the modern combat in real life. But in terms of a video game, balance usually is the fundamentals of the game. And since we've been kind of on this tirade recently talking about all of these things, how do you have fun with War Thunder? How do they make this Modern Warfare balanced? What is to come in future updates? Where's it gonna go? And all I can say, and I'll give you guys my best idea, is we're gonna get higher and higher tier premiums, we're gonna get a higher and higher BR cap, and we're gonna get more and more fake numbers. And it's really easy to go to a tank museum. Well, not easy, but if you have the technology and the funding, which Gaijin does, you can go to a tank museum, and check the measurements of a KV-1 hull, and you'll be able to tell just how thick that armor is. The Abrams, you don't have that luxury, and any tank after that, you don't really have that luxury because these vehicles are still fighting today, and the countries that use them keep them secret. It's classified. You're not going to know exactly what the armor values and armor capabilities are on these vehicles, or the penetration or anything like that, because the companies keep them secret for very good reason. They're still in use, and they don't want ISIS to figure out, oh, the Abrams has a massive weak spot. For example, we're talking hypotheticals, obviously, but that's the reason. So as more and more shit gets made up, and as more and more vehicles become available at higher tier with better armaments, what do we do as the player? Well, I'll tell you what I do. I hop in a low tier vehicle, and I meme around with some viewers, and I have fun. Or I play top tier, and I accept what has happened. This is the biggest thing that I've seen, at least in the War Thunder community. We're very toxic. I'm toxic. The War Thunder community as a whole is toxic. Not each and every one of you that's watching, but most of us are complainers. We want the game to have all the potential that it has to actually be successful in that. We want it to stop being potential anymore. We want it to just turn into a successful game. Whereas it is a successful game at what it does best, which is earn money, keep people grinding and playing, and it's clearly kept us all here for I've been here since 2012, I think, 2013 maybe. So I was still in high school when War Thunder first came out, and I was playing it. And somebody made a comment about that. Actually, do you remember, Slick, the good old days of when the 262 was fighting the MiG-15, I think the comment was, and there was at rank 20? And I do remember those days. Some of you guys who are new to the channel, new to War Thunder, you don't remember this, but back in the day, there was a 20 tier system, and every single tier had basically a vehicle on that tier. It mimicked more of what World of Tanks and World of Warplanes did. And it was only planes. And the BR, there was no BRs. And any plane, if it was within like 5 ranks of each other, could see each other. So you would take out your TIE 152H and you'd fight against Cougars and Panthers. Or not Cougars, they weren't even in the game yet. A Panther, the F9F. I actually have a clip on my original YouTube channel of me shooting one down in a head-on and then killing like another jet, because that's what you saw every single day. And it's good to look back on times like this because, yes, the game right now isn't what we want 100%. And I think quality of life issues need to be addressed. But at the same time, the progress the game has made in that amount of time is nothing less than astounding. It is pretty astounding. It's come a very long way. And I did notice today when I was playing, I did a Sim Sundays for the first time in a very long time, and I really enjoyed myself. And I think it was because I played with viewers, and I played vehicles I liked, not vehicles I thought people would like. And that's a big thing. I know some of you guys don't have to face that problem, where you just play what you're grinding. But it's kind of along the same lines. Whereas if I think a vehicle will be interesting, I'll grit my teeth and play it for 2 hours to squeeze a video out because I think people want to see it. In the same way where you might have vehicles you want to play, but that's not going to help your grind. So you grit your teeth and you continue grinding. And this is where the element of fun gets pulled out, and this becomes more of work, more of a job to play this game, more of a chore. Because, ooh, I want that shiny tank. But the only way to get that shiny tank is to deal with these 7-7 German teams. And that is the element of fun in War Thunder Ruined. So my suggestion to you guys, play what you want to play for a little bit, and that's how you have fun in this game. And I know this is kind of like a weird video with the ADATs, because this is a vehicle that marks the cornerstone of what has changed the game, you know? Before this vehicle was added, before the Tunguska was added, there was nothing like this in War Thunder. We weren't faced with this fundamental problem. Helicopters are also one of those very game-changing vehicles that have been added. Think about how fast the technology has advanced in terms of the first helicopter being added to now, where we are now, with premium helicopters that cost $50 with the best ATGMs in the game. Things happen fast, but don't forget that if you go down to 6-3, you can play a sim match in the 30 and hold down a line like the bosses did way back in the day when tanks were first added. And it gives me a grin just thinking about it, because I think I've found my fun in War Thunder. So, I leave you guys with that. Take with it what you want. I hope this video is at least helpful in some way. And if not, hopefully you enjoyed the fastest 7-kill ADATS game maybe ever on the internet. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been your boy Slick. We should have another video out later on today, because I don't want to leave you with this cheesy talk video, but I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. So hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.